Hey, what's up, everybody? Jasbo Gonzo, another episode of What's Next. The attack, well, I won't say the attack, the Kool-Aid drinking knuckleheads who have poisoned the wells regarding wokeness, and the attacks of those who are doing such characters seems to have no end. There's a Super Mario animated movie coming out, and that's been announced. Chris Pratt, who's doing the voice of Mario, of course, he's being attacked because, of course, he's not Italian. Then you have, I was going to do this a two-part video regarding the stupidity that came out of Andy Serkis's mouth regarding Venom as a coming out party, because, of course, now we all know, Venom's gay. Ugh. But I've chosen to do this one. And this comes out of bounding into comics, and I have to say I am very, very disappointed. Let's take a look. This, of course, like I said, comes out of bounding into comics. Todd Mcfarlane's Spawn film embraces the wokeness. Yes, sadly, he has drank the Kool-Aid as well. Spawn creator Todd Mcfarlane admitted the upcoming movie will embrace Hollywood wokeness. McFarlane spoke to CBR about the upcoming film, where he made it crystal clear that the film is embracing Hollywood's race politics because, yes, CBR asked creator, last month it was announced that Brian Tucker is going to take a crack at the movie script. What about his vision for the project impressed you to bring him on board? McFarlane answered, well, it wasn't just my decision. There was a handful of other people working on it. We haven't announced yet. One of the other people working on it that is going to be a big name when we finally get to announce it. I think he said he went through close to 100 scripts by as many people as he could. Interesting that McFarlane didn't write this. Okay. The creator then revealed one of the key things he was looking for a non-white writer. Yes, right. The whiteness needs to be eliminated. He said, we're looking ideally for someone that could bring a voice to the character on two levels. I'm just white, Canadian kid. I haven't lived the life of a man of someone with dark skin. Quote, we thought it was important to get the perspective of somebody who has. Someone with perspective coming in and adding a slightly different bent to what you and I, as comic book readers, always known to what Spawn is about, he added. Yes. McFarlane then noted that he doesn't want the film to tell Spawn's origin. Didn't want to do a comic book origin story, issues 1 through 3 of the movie. We were looking for people, without even telling them that, to give something a little bit different. He continued, unfortunately, 80 to 90% of them, according to the other person involved who was interviewing most of them, were falling into the trap of retelling the comic book story in the movie. The Spawn creator then went on to detail that he wants the new film to be relevant today, specifically in terms of social content. Yes, social justice. McFarlane explained, we saw that movie. That movie came out 20 years ago from New Line. So what we haven't seen that would be interesting and relevant today, both in terms of filmmaking and social content. Yes, because God forbid you actually do a sequel about Spawn's his adventures since that movie, which of course is in your books, Todd. What's funny about the McFarlane's comments here is that he shoots down the idea of doing Spawn's origin for the upcoming film because it's already been done. But in the next sense, he's calling for a movie that will be relevant today, both in terms of filmmaking and social content. Not sure if Todd realizes, but that's been done to the upteenth time as well. We've already seen it, and movie-going audiences are not interested in seeing that anymore. Just look at the wonderful and marvelous and stupendous films over the last few years. Terminator Dark Fate, bust. Charlie's Angels, bust. And other films and TV shows that embrace wokeness. Moving on, it says, do not want to see films that have social content that is, quote, relevant today. We want messages that are timeless. If you choose relevant today over timeless, no one remembers your movie the second time they are out in the theaters. In contrast, timeless messages are still with us. People are still talking about The Lord of the Rings, original Star Wars, Sound of Music, Die Hard, Gone with the Wind, Wizard of Oz. McFarlane's comments come as Image Comics announced the recently released Gunslinger Spawn 1 became the biggest launch of the new superhero monthly title in the comic industry in the past 25 years, with its first printing of 393,000 copies. You doing this should make you even more excited to do a Spawn film. Based on canon and not based on woke trash. My thoughts. Quickly, the fact of the matter is that Todd Mcfarlane is no dummy, and he's coming off the dummy role here, and that's not good for him. He's been in the industry long enough to know what is trending and what's not, what works and what doesn't work. His bread and butter is Spawn, and for him to invoke the woke culture, drink the Kool-Aid, to bring in non-white writers, maybe directors, staff, whoever, to get a different perspective. I think it's very dumb. It's very dumb. He's got so much story. He's got so much plot lines to go with his character. You got to remember that a lot of people under the age of 20 never saw or have very little recollection of the original Spawn movie that was done back in, I think, 96? I think 95, 96, not 100%. But if you stick with canon, if you stick with what got you to the dance, you're never going to go wrong. Just like in that last little piece, there are movies that are timeless because they don't change. It sticks with you. It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart still holds up today. Wizard of Oz still holds up today. Superman, Christopher Reeve still holds up today. Because they're timeless. Star Trek, Wrath of Khan still holds up today because they're timeless. They don't change. Stick with what you know. Don't get all stupid and woke, because it's 2021 and I need to get along with everybody else. No, Todd, dude, you were the anti-comic book dude. You were the one who basically stepped way outside the box, drew way outside of you were using colors in the Crayola box that weren't even invented yet, but now you do this. To me, by bringing on nonsense like this, and if the writing turns out to be as woke as your picks for this, dude, your movie's gonna bomb. Your movie is going to bomb, and don't give a damn if you got Todd McFarlane splashed all over that front, on that cover, on that poster. Got Spawn all jacked up and all violent and bloody and gory. It doesn't matter. If the story sucks because it's woke, the movie is going to be trashed. And the movie's going to be trash. But we'll see. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borgonzo. This is What's Next. I want to see more just like this. Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a thing. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.